tremendous player. You talked about it. You saw the emotion after he saved that penalty kick down in the Valley of the Sun against Phoenix Rising FC. Really helped the Switchbacks get what could be a very valuable point come the end of the season down against a very talented Phoenix Rising FC team. That was a good draw for the Switchbacks FC. And they're going to look to build off of Abraham Rodriguez now as Shane Malcolm goes forward, supported on the right-hand side by Jordan Burt. Here he is.
Yeah, he'll feed Burt, and now he'll try to cross this one far post, headed away by Reno. And again by Reno, and now they'll take control of it on the near side here. Switchback still pressuring.
It's a really nice cross by Jordan Burt. Sorry, Ryan. Really nice move forward from Jordan Burt from that right back spot. Whip that ball in as he's one to do. Jordan Schweitzer on the cover for him defensively as Jordan Burt gets back into the right back slot. Ish Joan poking that ball away on the other side of the field.
Joan accounting for the goal last time Switchbacks FC was here at Widener Field as they beat San Antonio. This one played in and off the hop. Switchbacks FC will have it. Rodriguez plays it at his feet.
Nice job by Ibrahim Yarrow sliding across from his center back spot just to block that pass going through. Yarrow and Jamal Jack, the partnership tonight. Here is Ibrahim Yarrow.
And Ibrahim Yarrow, interesting story. He and Kwasi Donsu, teammates for the past couple of seasons, both played with the Ghana U23 team. Now they're here together. Their first season with Switchbacks FC. Steve Trichu giving them a look, both in the starting 11, and both guys said this week that they're happy that they're playing with the other one because there's some familiarity there. As Shane Malcolm has it, takes a shot, and that one off his foot, puts his hands to his face. He thought he should have gotten a better part of that ball.
Yeah, unlucky for Shane Malcolm. Dragged that ball into his favored right foot, just trying to blast that across the face. The goalkeeper sliced his shot a little bit in the end, goes whistling wide. But a nice break forward there from the Switchbacks early on. The Switchbacks are getting some good movement down their right-hand side through Shane Malcolm and Jordan Burt. They've been able to get in behind Reno 1868 on the Switchbacks right, Reno's left. Now Reno will work the ball over to this side to Duke Lacroix.
Yeah, Lacroix with it. He'll chip this one down out of the reach of its intended target. That was Rivas who is streaking down the field. Now Switchbacks FC will throw this one in. Ronnie Argueta after it is taken away. Now played to the near side here by Reno. He'll bring the ball up the field again. Looking to the near side. With it is Herzog. He'll play this one back out of the reach of Lacroix, and now Seth giving chase. Mike Seth constantly moving around there, trying to poach balls away from the opposing team, and now Reno will swing it over to the far side.
Yeah, relentless work ethic early from Mike Seth, leading the line well for the Switchbacks. Jordan Burt here on the cover. He'll just see that one out.
And Herzog couldn't keep that one on his feet, and Burt just let it roll out. Goal kick coming up here for Abe Rodriguez. 8 minutes into this one. Switchbacks FC have yet to test the Reno netminder. Hoping to build up some offense here as Jordan Burt will throw this one in as we welcome you to Widener Field here in Colorado Springs. Ryan Kaufman alongside Roland Vargas. This game getting going 2.5 hours past its original start time. Yes, it is the middle of April, but we've come to expect conditions like this early in the season for the Switchbacks. But again, a great job by the crew here to get this field in great shape. And the fans, a lot of credit to them as well for braving the elements and being out here to be loud. The only time they're going to see Switchbacks FC in the month of April, so they're taking full advantage as this one goes out on the far side. And it'll be a Reno throw-in.
Yeah, great job by the Trailheads as well. Switchback supporters group coming out, helping to clear the field beforehand. Had a couple different fronts of snow move through here. Really coated the field, as you can see the side built up. It'll all be gone tomorrow though. 60s in the Colorado Springs area. Springtime in Colorado. Reno will play this one out at their own leisure. It's been a good play to opening 10 minutes here at Widener Field though. Reno tested Abraham Rodriguez in the Switchbacks net with that stinging shot. And the Switchbacks have had some good luck moving forward, especially down the right-hand side. Shane Malcolm's done well early on.
And here they come again down the far side of the field. They have it out wide now. Play back to the middle for Ronnie Argueta. Argueta dribbles away from a couple of defenders. Gives this one over to Ibrahim Yarrow. Yarrow plays it up to Shane Malcolm. Malcolm out wide to Burt. Switchbacks with something brewing here. Now Reno plays this one out to stem the tide just a little bit. Burt with a quick throw into Jordan Schweitzer. Schweitzer reverses Fields. Jamal Jack will have it. Plays it to Ish Joam. Joam will try to turn the corner, sends this cross in, and finally, Switchbacks FC has tested the Reno netminder, but Matt Bersano was there to intercept that pass as we take a look again, Roland.
Yeah, former Oregon State Beaver and Penn State Nittany Lion, Matt Bersano, did a good job. Difficult handling in these conditions. It was a nice move by Mike Seth, just trying to come across the face, get a flick on that one, change his trajectory, but Bersano stayed strong, made the save. Yarrow's going to play this one out of the back for the Switchbacks. Good job by Shane Malcolm to show himself and take that ball under control.
And Malcolm right back to Yarrow, who will then send it over to Jamal Jack.
And a special shout out to the Reno 1868 watch party at Great Basin Brewery in Sparks, Nevada. I'm sure that they enjoyed the 2.5-hour delay. Some suds flowing there.
Throw in here from Reno. They'll send it to the middle of the field here. And now played out wide to the near side. Lacroix. Right back to Clementa. Clementa passing it through three Switchbacks defenders. Ends up on the foot of Yarrow. He'll play it up to Argueta. Ronnie Argueta with two Reno players on his tail. Still keeping possession is Ronnie. Very strong midfield player for Switchbacks FC. And now Switchbacks will reverse Fields. Shane Malcolm with it. Malcolm one-on-one. You got to like his chances in that situation. He'll give this one off to Donsu. And now a shot was blocked, headed away by Reno. Right to Jordan Schweitzer.
A good passage of play here for the Switchbacks. Driven forward by, as you said, by that run from Ronnie Argueta stepping out of that central midfield area. Switchbacks putting Reno 1868 under some pressure, but the visitors doing a good job to get their shape defensively.
Now Donsu with it. This one left over. A shot was blocked, and they'll roll all the way out to midfield where Jamal Jack sends it down, but out of the reach of Ish Joam. And it will be a Reno 1868 FC throw-in. Fans want to let you know that Select is the official ball supplier of the USL Championship and many of the finest leagues in the world. Since 1947, Select has been the leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. For the latest Select products and special offers, please visit selectsportamerica.com. And now another stoppage in play, as now it looks like it will be a free kick here for Reno right in front of their own bench. On the far side again is Zach Carroll. Carroll directing some traffic before he sends this one airborne. Chipped, same side of the field. Ish Joam doing a good job, got a beat on it. Now the ball is played out, but who off of? It'll be off of Reno. So Joam will throw this one in. Finds Jordan Schweitzer over there on the far side. Now Jamal Jack to Ibrahim Yarrow. Some pressure here. They gave it up to Rodriguez, who sends this one downfield. Donsu tried for the header. It was taken away by Reno.
Been very active early so far. Kwasi Donsu. It was a dangerous ball played right across the face of Abraham Rodriguez's net there for the Switchbacks, but they live to fight another day. Now Reno 1868. A little bit of possession inside their half. It's been a bit scrappy the last couple minutes. We'll see what the visitors can work here, working it out to the right-hand side. Here comes the cross.
And there it goes, headed away by Jamal Jack to the top of the 18. Another shot, that one wayward. And it will be out for a goal kick. Great shot there as you see the ball getting stuck in the wall of snow that has been pushed aside.
Yeah, just snatched at that shot a little bit. Didn't trouble Rodriguez in net for the Switchbacks. Great job by the crew, braving the conditions as well. We talked about it. Wall of snow ringing Widener Field. More hockey playoff conditions than they are soccer regular season. Ibrahim Yara with a strong header forward. Mike Seth trying to latch onto the end of that. The Reno 1868 able to play out well. Looking once again for that right-hand side. They've had some success out there.
And they have it now as they dribble it up the field. Good job by Switchbacks FC. Defending there, forcing Reno to retreat. As now Switchbacks FC takes control on the far side. They'll play it up. Now to the middle. Here's Kwasi Donsu. Donsu with a rip. That one a little bit wide, but you see the confidence that the former Ghana U23 player has.
Yeah, as you see, Colorado Springs keeping 54% of the possession last week. An important statistic. They'll need to do that again at home. They're going to have success against Reno. You saw the long shot going in there. Just seeing Matt Persano drifting off his line. Donsu, as you said, full of confidence, trying to lob the goalkeeper from quite a ways out as Rodriguez will restart here for the Switchbacks. Just looking for Jamal Jack to show himself. He may go long.
Resets it here before he sends it downfield. Very deliberate, Abe Rodriguez, with where he wants to go with the ball. Now he sends everyone downfield. 16 minutes into a scoreless match here between Switchbacks FC and Reno as this ball just hops over the head of its intended target. Now Reno trying to break back the other way. They have it along the far side of the field. They'll work it up. Switchbacks FC gets back to defend, and now Ishjome breaks up the play and sends that one out. Good defensive play there by Ishjome. It will result in a throw-in for Reno over there on the far side of the field.
Yeah, right in front of the accelerated wealth tent. You can see, though, Reno 1868 having success down that Switchbacks left-hand side. Brent Richards going to throw this ball in with the long throw, reaching the corner of the box. Nice flick on, a little loose.
At the top of the 18, Reno will take a shot. Great block there by Switchbacks FC. They'll send it downfield. Here's Mike Seth. Tries to get it on his feet and does. Gives this one up. Now Shane Malcolm as the Switchbacks continue to build. Pass far side over the head and out as Shane Malcolm was looking for Matt Hunley down the far side of the field. Could not find him there.
Yeah, but good break forward, as you said, from the Switchbacks. It was a great block initially from Jordan Schweitzer to prevent that strike going in. And that ball found itself to Mike Seth. The Switchbacks out running. So we take a look there. The loss in Sacramento, and then what a draw that was in Phoenix. And then difficult result last week for the Switchbacks FC, but they're really happy to be back home, sleeping in their own beds and training at the Pride facility here in town. And now they're back at Widener Field, looking for some more success here in Colorado Springs.
Shane Malcolm saying this week they felt like they gave up 2 soft goals against Orange County, and the Switchbacks, to a man, very disappointed given how hard they fought against the defending Western Conference champions. Now a shot, and that one from Donsu goes high and over the crossbar. Just disappointed given the way they fought back against Phoenix. They thought they should have played better at Orange County, and now they have a chance today to rectify that. As you take a look at Donsu again, such a confident player. Yeah. We've seen him take 2 tough shots.
Yeah, he really has got his shooting boots on, just snatching at that one with his left foot, taking it first time. It was a smart idea, trying to catch Persano out. Just a little bit high with his strike, but as you said, so much confidence for young Donsu. He's doing a good job. He's been very active so far in the opening 20 minutes of this first half at Widener Field in some really difficult conditions. Heavy field. Did a great job to have all the snow off of it as we do.
Fans, we want to thank Colorado Computer Support, a proud sponsor of Switchbacks FC. Colorado Computer Support, your IT professionals. Now, down the near side is Reno. They'll play this one up. Now a chip, and they were going far post there. That was number 11, Duke Lacroix, who thought maybe he could put it over the head of the keeper, Rodriguez, and into that far post. Just didn't quite get it right.
Yeah, maybe a bit of a cross. It just turned into a Schross here, looking for the far post. That ball just hanging up. Doesn't trouble Rodriguez at all as he sees that one over. And Rodriguez will restart with the long goal kick for Switchbacks FC.
So just so the official stat keepers know, that's 1 Schross for Reno. No Schrosses yet for Switchbacks FC as Reno plays this one down. They got a man, and there's a shot high into the netting behind the goal here at Widener Field. There's Brown, the man we spotlighted at the beginning of the broadcast. Guy not afraid to take shots. He was in behind the defense as we take a look at this again. This is not the sequence that you want if you're Steve Tritchu to have one of the best goal scorers in the league that wide open.
Yeah, Switchbacks FC just can't let Brian Brown get in behind them. We did talk about that before the game. He was able to stretch the defense there just with the header over. Blazes a shot over as we take a look. Reno losing that match to the Rayon Monarchs in Salt Lake City. It was a good draw, wild game with OKC, and a scrappy game with Fresno. They're just looking for that first road win. They're winning the ball back in some good positions now. They don't have too many men over. Good job covering there by Jordan Schweitzer from the center of midfield.
Now Schweitzer on Brown. Brown hesitates. Now he'll bring it to the middle of the field. Plays it back, and now he'll take his place up top. Hoping for a feed in to try and break this scoreless tie we have right now. Widener Field as that one is sent in, deflected away. Comes out to the top of the box. Reno still with control. Now Clementa steps aside, plays this one out wide, but it's over the head of his teammate and out for a Switchbacks throw-in. Tense times, though, for Switchbacks FC.
Yeah, another nice sequence from Reno 1868. Getting that strike on, but it was a good block in the end.
Want to thank Colorado Technical University, a proud sponsor of the Switchbacks. Colorado Technical University.
Invest in yourself and your future at CTU.
Yara will play this one to the middle for Jamal. Jack plays it out wide now to Ish Jome. Jome with a lot of green in front of him, some white, but mostly green. Dribbles it up to the top of the box, still has it, looking for a teammate to link up with, goes far post. And nobody there except players in white. And Reno sends this one out to the middle of the field. Great sequence there from Ish Jome, just had no help on the far post.
Yeah, really taking it under himself there, Ish Jome. You talked about it, great barnstorming run down that left wing. Just didn't have the support up there with him. Now Jordan Burt's going to try the right-hand side. The captain flicking that ball over deliciously to Shane Malcolm.
Man, Malcolm with it. He'll play this one to the middle. Deflected away by Reno. Reno trying to gain full control of the ball, and they do. Now played to the middle, a little bit behind its intended target. Now Donsu has it. He's not afraid to strike. He'll strike! And that one just a little bit wide. You could tell he's getting closer, though.
Yeah, he is. Definitely had a sighter. Yep, I see Cody Kostra, Switchbacks man, so important to what we do. He said that Donsu had his shooting boots on before the game, and he certainly does. It had Persano worried. Goes flying across his net. Just pulls his hand back right at the end. It nestles into that snowbank behind the Reno 1868 goal. But Fossey Donsu getting closer and closer as this first half wears on.
Switchbacks FC will continue to feed him most certainly here in the last 20 minutes of this first half. Meanwhile, Reno with it. They'll play it up the field. Now they'll swing it out wide. Ish Jome ranging out there, and it will go out for a Switchbacks throw-in.
Good cover by Jome on that left wing. They'll send this ball into Jordan Schweitzer. Nice turn from Schweitzer, eyes in the back of his head as always. The young Canadian by way of Seattle.
And now Ronnie Argueta with some space. He'll bring this one up towards midfield, gives it off to Donsu. Kwasi Donsu plays it out wide. Shane Malcolm trying to run underneath it. Does get possession. He's going to need some help. Tries to beat his man on one-on-one. Still has it. Waiting. Now plays this one back to Jordan Burt. Fans here at Widener Field wanted Shane to put on a show there. Now he'll tap this one through the middle. Thought he had a man streaking through there, but Jordan Schweitzer had held up, and that allows Reno to take it away. Now they'll try the counter. Long ball played down. Ish Jome can't quite get there, but he'll get on defense. Reno with a shot. That one a little bit wide. Good job there by Rodriguez, though, making there not much space to shoot at. But a good sequence by Reno nonetheless.
Yeah, that ball was not wide, very far wide from Gleadle. Sam Gleadle is playing this ball right across. Nothing that Rodriguez can do in the Switchbacks net. This ball just goes whistling past the far post. Takes a little skip off a piece of snow on its way as we get back to live time and see that ball just evading Mike Seth.
As we take a look at what Reno has on tap after this, they'll take on one of the new boys, actually a couple of matches against some of the newest teams in the USL Championship, New Mexico United, followed by El Paso, of course. New Mexico United with more than one former Switchbacks player, including Josh Suggs, so important to the Switchbacks' success over the last couple of seasons. And he decided to go home this offseason and go play in his native New Mexico. Excited to see Josh Suggs in New Mexico here in a few weeks against the Switchbacks as Reno plays this one downfield. And again, they have a man back. Their flag was not up. That was fortunate for Switchbacks FC, to say the least. Herzog was onside and behind Yarrow, and he just could not hang on to it.
Yeah, Corey Herzog going for the spectacular with the first time. This is a near impossible skill, as you see that one just come off of his heel, but he was trying to fire that one first time. Yarrow on the cover now. The Switchbacks FC breaking forward through Nick Hunley.
Yeah, Hunley with it. Sidesteps two defenders. Now a third. Look at Hunley. Sends this one in. It was deflected away by Reno. This should be and will be the first corner kick of the evening for Switchbacks FC. And it will be Hunley taking the Phil Long corner kick here for Switchbacks FC.
Yeah, great break forward from Nick Hunley.
Now
Center backs forward for the Switchbacks FC. Excuse me, Ryan. Watch out for Jamal Jack here. So dangerous in these positions, arriving late in the box.
That one is sent away by Reno. Now Jordan Schweitzer has it, makes a man miss, sends it in with the left foot. That one was blocked, never made it through to goal. And now a roll out on the near side. That'll be a throw-in for the Switchbacks. So this sequence in the Reno half of the field, not over yet. As Jordan Burt getting ready to throw this one in. Tries to lead Shane Malcolm into the corner. Shane tried the cross, and that one is deflected out. And now we will have another corner kick, and this time it will be Ish Jome that will come to the near side of the field to take it, the left footer. This will be a Z-trip corner kick for Switchbacks FC. Ish Jome so good on the set pieces, whether it's a free kick or a corner. He's a man that can make some things happen. We'll see if he can do it here. Jome looks to send this one in, headed and just out by Switchbacks FC. I didn't see Roland, who initially got his head on it. It looked like, oh, there was Donsu that was the one to touch it up.
Yeah, almost had his back to goal, trying to flick that one goalwards. Desperately unlucky not to see that one on frame.
And this one sent downfield, taken away by Switchbacks FC. Fans follow Switchbacks FC and the rest of the USL Championship all season long on ESPN Plus, home to the USL, MLS, UFC, and more. Join the over 2 million sports fans who have already discovered ESPN Plus and watch the championship live every week. Sign up today at ESPNplus.com. Here's Ronnie Argueta in the box. Ronnie still with it, tried to feed a man out front. Tapped away by Reno. Ball in the box. Reno with it. They'll play it out to the near side. Once again, Switchbacks FC got close, but could not get a shot on goal.
Wonderful play from Ronnie Argueta, stepping forward, dragging that ball out to the right-hand side, finding himself on the near post, trying to find a teammate. Now the Switchbacks will come again through Shane Malcolm.
And Malcolm has it. Jordan Burt coming down the middle. So is Mike Seth, and that one will be deflected out. Another corner kick coming up here for Switchbacks FC. After about 25 minutes of no corners, we've had 3 in rapid succession here for Switchbacks FC. This time it will be Ish Jome taking it as he'll get it out of the snow. There'll be a Z-trip corner kick here for Ish Jome. Found Kwasi Donsu last time, but Donsu unable to put it in the back of the net. Here's Jome sending this one in, and that one headed by Reno, headed back by Switchbacks FC. Ball's in the box. Switchbacks wanted a handball. They won't get it. Meanwhile, Reno clears this one out. Switchbacks FC emphatic that there was a handball there, but they will not get the call as the ball is played back to Rodriguez.
And a great leap by Ibrahim Yarrow to win that ball back and keep possession for the Switchbacks FC. Jordan Schweitzer just going to reset things now for the Switchbacks.
And now it's played back once again to Rodriguez. Send it to the near side for Ibrahim Yarrow. As we take a look at the last sequence off the corner kick, there's the header.
Nah, it's ball to hand, not hand to ball. There's nothing you can do about that. I see why the switchbacks are appealing, because that definitely did strike the arm. But Mike Seth playing that ball from a prone position, there wasn't much the defender could do. His arm was in a relatively natural position, so good job by the referee, I believe, waving that one off. But a great job by Jamal Jack from that corner kick to keep that ball in, play it into a dangerous area, give the Switchbacks FC that chance. Maybe Mike Seth was also complaining about what led him to the ground. We didn't see that on the replay there, but that handball would have been soft. So we see a really nice challenge there from Nick Hunley on the far side of the field. It's going to result in an accelerated wealth corner kick for Reno 1868 FC.
And now trotting down to the far side of the field will be Seth Kasaipel, and he'll take this one. It will be an accelerated wealth corner kick in the 30th minute. First corner kick of this match for Reno.
Yeah, they've got their center backs forward as well. They've got some real height in the box. Watch out for Corey Herzog. He's dangerous in these kind of positions if he gets on the end of it.
This one's sent in, far post for Brown. He'll head it back. Reno with the second touch and now whistle. And Switchbacks FC will be given possession here, much to the dismay of Reno.
Yeah, Herzog on the foul.
Fans, we want to let you know that the Shandy Clinic, a proud supporter of Switchbacks FC, the Shandy Clinic, exceptional therapy for exceptional children. This one sent down the field here and now played back by Reno. Yarrow brings it to his foot. Now tries to thread the needle to Argueta. Taken away by Reno. Here's Brown. Plays it to the near side. Now Brown, and a good job by Jordan Burt inserting himself in the play. Knocks it out. It'll be a throw-in here for Reno. And it will be Lacroix to throw it in. Switchback's not making it easy. He does find his teammate, immediately gets the pass back. Now plays this one up. Taken away by Switchbacks FC. Now Schweitzer tries the bullet pass up to Hunley. Does find him, and now here's Matt Hunley. Plays it forward to Donsu, and just a little touch, it seemed like, from Zach Carroll was enough to send it offline. Donsu goes to get it on the far side. Gives it up to Ish Jome. Jome, one-on-one with his defender. Now hesitates. Now he'll try again. Sends that one in. It was blocked. Reno takes it away, and they'll look to dribble up the field. Play through. And now taken away by Switchbacks FC. Here's Jordan Burt. Burt to Yarrow.
Reno 1868 really have clamped down on that Switchbacks going forward on that right-hand side. Shane Malcolm, Jordan Burt. Got a lot of defensive players in front of them every time they pick up the ball, on the right-hand side for the Switchbacks FC. Mike Seth looking to get himself some space, but tightly defended as well.
Brown comes up with it for Reno. He'll dribble it back, now sends it back into goal, and Bersano will control this one. Taps it out to the near side. With it is Clementa.
On loan from San Jose Earthquakes is Matt Bersano. They have a couple goalkeepers on loan from their parent club.
Of course, Ian Russell, the head coach with some ties, played and coached in San Jose. In fact, was the interim head coach for San Jose Earthquakes for a couple of games before Dominic Kinnear took over there. So, obviously, many ties.
Yeah, they have a real pipeline. It's something that Reno 1868 tries to utilize as much as they can, just as the Switchbacks do with their new partnership with the Colorado Rapids up the road in Commerce City.
Ish Jome able to take the ball away and had it kicked off of his foot, so he'll throw this one in on the far side. A lot of work it along the field in front of their own bench. No score here in the 34th minute. They'll reverse fields to Yarrow. Ibrahim Yarrow decides to turn it upfield. He's got some speed. Gets it across midfield. Taps it forward to Malcolm. Right back to Yarrow. Yarrow over to Jamal Jack.
Good job by Jordan Schweitzer there, falling into that position that Yarrow had vacated when he stepped forward. See the Switchbacks going to go play El Paso Locomotive and New Mexico United. You talked about that New Mexico United game, seeing some familiar faces. Great seeing what they've done down in New Mexico with that franchise, really drawing a lot of fans.
As you can see, Hunley upset with the shot there. Of course, you mentioned the player development agreement between Colorado Rapids of MLS and Switchbacks FC. Hunley, of course, a product of that. It's been a very fruitful partnership for Switchbacks FC to begin this season, as now Lacroix with it. Tries to send it in on Rodriguez, but a slight deflection by Jordan Schweitzer allows Rodriguez to play it without much problem.
Mike Seth just unlucky to see his flick on not reach the feet of Donsu, as it was blocked right behind him, but Abraham Rodriguez will just restart with the easy throw out.
And Yarrow will tap it up to Jordan Burt, to the middle of the field for Ronnie Argueta. Back to Burt. Burt, the former Butler Bulldog, looks to turn this one upfield. Instead, taps it to the near side for Argueta. Up to Malcolm. Quick touch to Burt. Right back to Shane. Malcolm now in space. Over to Donsu. Now taken away by Reno. And they'll tap this one back to their keeper as Bersano sends this one downfield.
And a good job of closing down by Mike Seth, forcing Bersano to play that ball a little bit quicker than he wanted to. Now Ronnie Argueta restart the offense for the Switchbacks as they get back into position. That ball around the corner. Bersano read that well. Sweeper keeper off his line to collect.
Was onside, trying to hook up with Donsu, who we've seen rip it a few times here in this first half. Good idea, but Bersano able to find that one and make the play on it. Last year, Reno drew 0-0 here at Widener Field, but the big result of that season series was the 4-0 win that the Switchbacks had in Reno. So the next goal that Switchbacks FC gives up to Reno will be their first in 2 seasons against this club. Both teams, year one of Reno being in the league, had a lot of goal scoring, and not so much in last year's couple of meetings, save for one offensive outburst by Switchbacks FC. Now Malcolm gives this one up to Mike Seth, trying to find Argueta. It's taken away by Herzog. Now he'll run down the field, try to be on the other end of this pass. And now Brown within the middle of the field. Jamal Jack pressuring him.
Yeah, good job by Jamal Jack, sticking to his task there. Just sliding out of that central defensive spot, marking Brian Brown as he stepped back. You talked about Brown liking to drop off to get the ball as much as he possibly can. Doesn't always have to lead the line, especially with Herzog next to him.
And now Jome takes away from Gleadle, looks to move it up the field, and now Jome gets the push from behind. That will draw a whistle. Free kick coming up here for Switchbacks FC.
Yeah, one of the few free kicks we've seen in this opening 40 minutes. Been a very fair played game here at Widener Field. You see head coach Trichu there, just going over some instructions with his team.
And now Yarrow giving up to Jordan Burt. Still plenty of time for Switchbacks FC to try and take a lead into the break as Burt gives it off to Yarrow. Yarrow up to Malcolm. Now back to Argueta. Ronnie Argueta. Spent last year in Fresno. Back here with Switchbacks FC, of course, was a member of the inaugural Switchbacks side. As now Jamal Jack directing traffic, wants guys to get downfield, sends it up to Argueta. Now Burt has to come back to play the ball. He initially went downfield when Jack told him to, and then he had to come back to receive the pass from Argueta. Now Shane Malcolm chips this one forward, and nobody home there. Reno will get a throw in once the ball stops rolling. Lacroix after it. Quick throw in here.
Yeah, you've seen how comfortable the man on the ball right now, Duke Lacroix, is stepping forward. He did that so well just a few minutes ago. He's dangerous. He just sneaks in behind the Switchbacks from that left back position of his. The Switchbacks have to watch that because that's somewhere that Reno 1868 can get some offense going forward.
Yarrow to Argueta. Now to the near side for Jordan Burt. Burt tries to send this one over to Mike Seth, misses with a header. Hundley is out there, though. Hundley looking to dribble it into the box, and that one tapped away from him. May have grazed him on the way out. Referee says it did not, though, fortunately. So that means that Matt Hundley will get another corner kick. This is a Phil Long corner kick. So Hundley tonight taking the ones on that side of the field, and Ish Jome has the honors in the other corner here.
And once again, Jamal Jack forward. Just holding his run, now he's making it into the box.
Hundley sends it his direction, was looking for Mike Seth. It's headed away by Reno. Now Schweitzer pops this one in the air, and Bersano able to come down with it.
Yeah, smart idea from Jordan Schweitzer just to play that up and under, try to reset the attack. Switchbacks had a lot of men forward, but a good, clean, easy catch in the end for Bersano.
And now he'll play it out wide for one of his teammates here. As you take a look here at the recent form for both of these sides, just 1 point separating them in the standings, and both pretty close in terms of goal differential. Coming into play tonight, Switchbacks FC just basically a victory away from the top of the table, although there are 4 teams currently residing there with 10 points. But Switchbacks FC and Reno both right in the thick of things, and which is good because with more teams, more quality in the USL Championship, you don't get off to a good start, you will be left behind. And so far, these two teams haven't lost touch.
Yeah, you can't win this league in the first couple weeks, but you can certainly put yourself in a really difficult position. They've had good starts for both teams. Switchback's done a good job going on the road. We talked about what a valuable point that could be. Nice touch there from Ronnie Argueta. Play that ball around the corner, look for the return. Unlucky there for the Switchbacks. That was such a nice play from Ronnie Argueta to get around the corner there.
Yeah, Donsu couldn't hang on to it, and now Reno will break back the other direction. A Switchbacks player goes down here. Reno still pushing it forward over to Brown. Brown working on Yarrow, tries to sidestep him, loses the ball in the process, now gets it back. Jordan Burt comes to help out his teammate. Now with it is Kasaipel. He'll send it over to the far side, and now a shot goes in with the left foot, well off the mark. And it will be a goal kick for Abe Rodriguez. Fans, you could get updates and alerts all year long by following your club on ESPN.com. Search for Switchbacks FC, and then click the follow button to keep up with the latest news and scores. Plus, get reminders on Switchbacks FC next match. Go to ESPN.com now and click follow for your club. Now Reno back with it quickly. Seipel plays it over the far side looking for Herzog, and now a late whistle coming in. Referee apparently was letting Reno play the advantage, and once Seipel lost it, he blew the whistle, and that's going to go against Ibrahim Yarrow. And of course, Yarrow disagrees slightly with the decision made by the official.
Yeah, unlucky for Ibrahim Yarrow. You called it perfectly, though. The referee just waiting to see if an advantage occurred before bringing that foul back. Looks like it's a bit far out for the strike. Reno 1868 bring a couple their defenders forward to the far post, see if they can change the angle of this one. It's a little bit direct on this joint chiropractic free kick. So we tick ever closer toward the end of this first half. Very evenly played first half here at Widener Field.
Kasipli going to take this one for Reno. Gets the go-ahead, steps up, fires, and that one too high and out.
Yeah, shows what I know. He does go for goal there, but just leaning back, gets it up and over the wall, but just not back down again. Doesn't trouble Rodriguez in the Switchbacks net at all. Ibrahim Yarrow giving out some instructions there before being told to slide forward for this one from Abe Rodriguez.
Can't imagine we'll see a lot of stoppage time here at the end of the first half. Been a pretty clean game so far from both sides as Argueta tips this one forward. That one indirectly or unintentionally headed by a Reno player. Switchbacks FC ends up with it anyway. Now Hundley with the shot. That one stopped and now sent downfield, and we just receiving word we won't get any additional time here at the end of the first half. Not totally surprising, though, as Hundley once again dribbles it into the box. Couple of defenders converge on him. Hundley goes down, and Reno clears this one out above the bench.
Yeah, Switchback second call for a penalty kick there. Once again, falls on deaf ears. Just as you said, that it had been a very cleanly played first half. Jordan Schweitzer took a bit of an elbow in the back of the head. It wasn't super thrilled about it afterwards either. See how that plays out. Now the Switchbacks down the left-hand side, trying to work it in. Nick Hunley's been really impressive last couple minutes, firing that shot on, and that will do it for the first 45 minutes here at Widener Field. No tick-tock stoppage time to speak of at Widener Field.
And no goals to speak of either. We are through the first 45 minutes of play. Switchbacks FC and Reno 1868 FC scoreless. But don't go anywhere. We will come back with plenty more from Widener Field at the half. Again, 0-0. We'll be right back.
As a historic storm moved across Colorado, we didn't waste your time telling you that we're in storm mode or under a breaking weather alert. Instead of flash and gimmicks, we focused on important impacts to life in southern Colorado, such as the timing of the storm, who will see the rain, who will see the snow, and where travel will be dangerous. If you want a level-headed approach that lets you and your loved ones be prepared in a way that respects your time and intelligence, the Fox 21 Storm Team's got you covered.
Join the Military Basketball Association and the Pikes Peak chapter of the Association of the United States Army for the NBA Championship Finals Tournament, held at the Air Force Academy's Clune Arena, April 12th through the 14th. The finals are free and open to the public all weekend. Just enter the Academy at the North Gate from I-25. Plus, while there, check out the shooting and dunking contests, former Denver Nuggets players, cheerleading routines, sponsor exhibits, and more. Cheer on the best from all branches of the military. For event and game schedules for the weekend, go to fox21news.com.
Paradise Hotel has reopened for business. And this May, new sexy singles are checking in. Some play for love. Some play dirty. But everyone plays to win. Hook up or check out. It's hotel policy. Paradise Hotel, hosted by Kristen Cavallari, premieres May 9th on Fox.
We have multiple structure fires. Please send everything you have. Incoming! Get out of the truck! Go, go, go!
All new 911. Monday at 8 on Fox 21.
It's good to see you.
It's good to see you too.
Fox Wednesday.
Damon has been helping me get through since Andre got sick.
That is a threat to your marriage.
We both know I give you something Lucius can't.
Wednesday at 7 on Fox 21.
And Jameson's going to get to the ball off the giveaway, and Bradford Jameson's got the first goal, and San Antonio FC is on the board.
On his way, here's Ryan Sierakowski into the penalty area. Sierakowski!
Oh! Weaving it forward. Oh, Luke got a piece of that to Rob Dos Santos.
Plata, he'll take a shot, and a goal! Joao Plata!
Leo's ball, nice curl, this time headed for the goal!
This afternoon's match, a good ball into Lewis, what a strike! Zico Lewis!
Nice 1-2 there.
Here comes that scissors kick, and Isaac was alive to it.
Long range shot, curling, and it's in the back of the net.
And it's going to be Lewis. He just takes the strike. And Brandon Miller manages to get just a hair on it.
Austin Bold strikes first. Good ball in. John
He's going to give it a crack, deflected away by
Hundley lets it fly, and Juan punches it away.
And it is a goal.
Fleming's in for JJ.
Here's Micheletto. Sends over, beautiful curler! Marco Micheletto. To the right side of the box. Robinson punts back, looking for some help. Deflected there, chance in front of goal, stopped by Kirk.
Full head of steam. Perusa trying to chip the goalie, and that's exactly what happened.
Dennis. And that one off the crossbar, and Fitzgerald getting a piece of that.
Here's an opportunity. Zion buries it for the Red Wolves.
Advantage for the rest of this game. Endo going right at it, punched out by Herrera. Outstanding effort.
Cox runs over. Second chance. Vega there. Back of the net. Near post headed on into the back of the net. Triumph convert on the set piece. They're up 2-1.
Welcome back inside Widener Field. Our halftime show presented by the Shandy Clinic. Shandy Clinic, proud sponsor of everything Switchbacks FC in this halftime show. So we've got a chilly, snow-covered night in Colorado Springs. 0-0 between Switchbacks FC and Reno 1868. We take a look at the Western Conference. Tulsa Roughnecks doing a really good job. Portland Timbers too as well. Tied on 10 points. Sacramento Republic. We talked about New Mexico United during this first half. What a great job it is from them in their inaugural season. Out in the West, they're the Switchbacks in 8th. We'll take a look across the league at some scores that happened this weekend. St. Louis FC falling to Birmingham Legion 3-2. San Antonio getting a good win against the LA Galaxy 2-0. El Paso Locomotive currently down 2-0 to Phoenix Rising. And New Mexico United, what a job they're doing. 5-1, they're leading in the 83rd minute against the Real Monarchs of Salt Lake City down in the land of enchantment in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Coming up, Swope Park Rangers hosting Indy 11, Charlotte Independence, and Bethlehem Steel, the New York Red Bulls 2 welcoming Hartford Athletic in, and Austin Bold FC. Great to see what they're doing down in Texas, welcoming in Phoenix Rising on Wednesday on ESPN+. Danny Leyva, youngest signing in Sounders history, moving over from the Tacoma Defiance to Seattle Sounders. The Rowdies doing a great job in the Eastern Conference, vaulting up the standings. 3 players on the USL Championship Team of the Week. And Lucas Lobo leading the way for Tulsa Roughnecks. And we get a look at that team. There are the 2 Rowdies right there. There's Rios Martinez from Salt Lake. And we have a very special guest standing by with Ryan Kaufman, my broadcast partner. We'll send it out now to Ryan Kaufman.
Thank you, Roland. I am out here with Chris Reen. He is the president of the Gazette. Welcome onto the broadcast, Chris.
Well, thank you. It's great to be here.
Well, as I understand it, you're still relatively new to the area, so allow me to be one of the last to welcome you, apparently. Your impressions of Colorado Springs so far?
Well, it's great, you know. I mean, these spring soccer games are perfect, you know. It's great. Moved here from Oklahoma City about 2 months ago. Excited to be in Colorado Springs in Colorado. It's a great market, exciting city, lots of exciting things happening, so my family and I are really happy to be here.
Well, and the Gazette and the Switchbacks have formed a great partnership before you arrived, and they're continuing it under your watch. How important is the partnership from the Gazette's perspective?
It's incredibly important to us. At the Gazette, our mission is to help the market be a better place to live, work, play, raise a family. And Switchbacks are an important part of this community. It's a great quality of life amenity for the residents of the Colorado Springs area, and we're excited to cover it as a news organization. But it's important to the community, and so it's very important to us as well.
And you would think, because you're out reporting in the community, that's the extent of your involvement with the community. That's not the case at all. Tell us about some of the other community-oriented things the Gazette does on a daily basis.
You know, the Gazette is proud to do a lot in the community. We're happy to make a difference in the community. One of the things that we do is the Empty Stocking Fund. We've raised $21 million since its inception and worked with 20 different human and health service nonprofits. Last year we raised $1.2 million for the community. And the Switchbacks are an important partner in that. Your fans contribute to that. And it's very important to about 300,000 residents in the Pikes Peak area. So that's one example of some of the things we do to give back to a community that's so important to us.
Yeah, well, the Gazette's been a staple of the community, and we welcome you again, Chris, here to Colorado Springs, and hopefully you bring good luck to the Switchbacks here in the second half.
I appreciate it.
As Chris Reen, president of the Gazette, will be back with more from Widener Field after this.
We have multiple structure fires. Please send everything you have.
Incoming! Get out of the truck! Go, go, go!
All new 911. Monday at 8 on Fox 21.
It's good to see you.
It's good to see you too.
Fox Wednesday.
Damon has been helping me get through since Andre got sick.
That is a threat to your marriage.
We both know I give you something Lucius can't.
Wednesday at 7 on Fox 21.
Paradise Hotel has reopened for business. And this May, new sexy singles are checking in. Some play for love. Some play dirty. But everyone plays to win. Hook up or check out. It's hotel policy. Paradise Hotel, hosted by Kristen Cavallari, premieres May 9th on Fox.
Join the Military Basketball Association and the Pikes Peak chapter of the Association of the United States Army for the NBA Championship Finals Tournament, held at the Air Force Academy's Clune Arena, April 12th through the 14th. The finals are free and open to the public all weekend. Just enter the Academy at the North Gate from I-25. Plus, while there, check out the shooting and dunking contests, former Denver Nuggets players, cheerleading routines, sponsor exhibits, and more. Cheer on the best from all branches of the military. For event and game schedules for the weekend, go to fox21news.com.
As a historic storm moved across Colorado, we didn't waste your time telling you that we were in storm mode or under a breaking weather alert. Instead of flash and gimmicks, we focused on important impacts to life in southern Colorado, such as the timing of the storm, who will see the rain, who will see the snow, and where travel will be dangerous. If you want a level-headed approach that lets you and your loved ones be prepared in a way that respects your time and intelligence, the Fox 21 Storm Team's got you covered.
We have multiple structure fires. Please send everything you have.
Incoming! Get out of the truck! Go, go, go!
All new 911. Monday at 8 on Fox 21.
It's good to see you.
It's good to see you too.
Fox Wednesday.
Damon has been helping me get through since Andre got sick.
That is a threat to your marriage.
We both know I give you something Lucius can't.
Wednesday at 7 on Fox 21.
We welcome you back to Widener Field. This halftime segment brought to you by the Shandy Clinic, proud sponsor of Switchbacks FC. Ryan Kaufman alongside Roland Vargas as we take a look, Roland, at the highlights from the first half. A lot of action, just no scoring.
Yeah, good save here by Abe Rodriguez. Stinging his palms was that one. Did a good job on the second to get his fist on that. And then Switchbacks had a lot of success going down their right-hand side. Shane Malcolm just slicing his shot into the trailheads there. Unlucky for the Switchbacks. They broke forward well, and now on the far side of the field with this Jome.
Yeah, not a lot of testing of Matt Bersano in the first half, but a couple of times they did. He was up to the task. Same with Abe Rodriguez on the Switchback side. And Kwasi Donsu, he was very active in that first half. You just get the feeling that maybe he is going to break through here in the second half. So many chances for him, and a few chances as the first half went on, like that one from Herzog. Both of these teams, again, had their chances. A couple of times they got past the Switchbacks defense, but again, no scoring between these two teams. And here was probably the best chance the Switchbacks had. They also thought they had a handball, correctly called by your estimation, though, Roland.
Yeah, I believe so. It was difficult there. Not much the defender could do. Mike Seth prone on the ground. Perhaps he might have thought he was pulled to the ground before as well, but definitely he played that ball up. It did strike the arm, but just a point-blank reaction there. I don't think the defender had his arm in an unnatural position.
Well, nothing doing on the scoreboard in terms of goals as we take a look at the ancillary statistics from this matchup. Switchbacks FC, check and shots on target, possession, corner kicks. So everything through 45 minutes is looking good for the home side.
Yeah, it is. We talked about how important that possession statistic was. Switchbacks just barely edging it, same as they had in their last game. And you see the shots, 11-6. A lot of those coming from long distance, but they did worry Bersano on a couple occasions in that first 45.
Yeah, that's one thing I was going to ask you. The exact number of that they had last week, yet they lose that game 2-0. Would you like to see the Switchbacks possess the ball a little bit more here in the second half, maybe not be so quick to fire it in on goal?
Yeah, you'd hope so, but they can also hit Reno 1868 on the break if they have to as well. The Switchbacks are so adept at building off their defensive foundation. That's what this club is built on right now. Under head coach Steve Tritchu, they're so strong defensively. They're able to sit back and then break forward as we get a good look there at the select ball under the foot of Mike Seth, who's about to get us ready for this second half, and we're back underway. But this, of course, you want the Switchbacks to edge that statistic, but it's not going to really mean anything in the end if they have 60-70% of possession and it's still a 0-0 game. So I think the Switchbacks will take pulling Reno 1868 a little bit out of their own shell, getting them to attack the Switchbacks, and the Switchbacks can work in behind as they're so adept to do.
Reno will get a throw in here on the near side. Herzog headed it forward for Brown. Brown still with it. He'll play this one through. Behind the defense, shot. Rodriguez with the save. Once again, Reno getting behind the Switchbacks back line. That's just not like these Switchbacks defenders to get beat like they have been multiple occasions tonight. Thankfully there, the youngster was up for the challenge and made the save.
Yeah, Jamal Jack just slipping on this wet surface here coming out from halftime. And right in behind Reno 1868. That ball fired right at the feet. And Abe Rodriguez with a nice, strong, good save, early save once again. He had one of those in the first half as well. He's done a good job to keep the Switchbacks in it as we see some words going on after there. Ronnie Argueta not thrilled with that little bit of extra feet there in on his Achilles tendon after he'd gone down from Brian Brown. Ronnie Argueta just letting that be known. Referee right on top of it, doing a good job of calming everything down. Miguel Urbina Barrios quickly in there, our match official here in the USL Championship. Ronnie Argueta just not happy with that little extra after the foul had been called.
Yeah, it's one thing to give a little push, but to have your cleats right on the back of the leg of a guy, that could be quite dangerous, and that's what Ronnie Argueta was taking umbrage with. Cooler heads have prevailed, and now the ball deflected out of play. Reno will get a throw in here on the near side.
Yeah, it was a good job by the referee coming in, calming that one down. Brown and Argueta ended in a handshake. Jamal Jack going to come across on Brown now. Nice challenge from Jackie, as he's known around this parts. If you want to know a Switchbacks player's nickname, good bet is just add a Y at the end, and you'll have it.
I thought that was a baseball thing to put Y on the end of all this stuff. Jamal Jack, in his second year, has really, I want to say, come out of his shell a little bit. Very quiet, reserved his first year. I had him on my radio show this week, and I'm like, it's not even the same guy. He's really blossomed into a vocal leader, not just a lead-by-example guy here this year.
Yeah, he certainly was that lead-by-example guy. Really quiet character, as you said, really stayed in his shell last season. He's come out of that a little bit. You see that on the field as well, talking to his teammates, leading defense. And it's a nice partnership so far tonight with him and Yarrow.
And the Switchbacks need some defense here as that shot goes in. Rodriguez tips it away. Nice job again by the Switchbacks goalkeeper. Now Ishjom with it.
That was a really good save from Abe Rodriguez. See if we get a replay of that one. Palmed it out, not just pushed it away from net, but got it into a good area as well. It was a nice break down the left. just going in around the right-hand side there. The Switchbacks, this ball fired in with a lot of venom. He sees it late but pushes it into a really good position. You can see Brian Brown just waiting on the doorstep for any kind of rebound, but a good job by Abraham Rodriguez to push that into an area that's not going to hurt the Switchbacks FC. 2 good early saves for the young 16-year-old goalkeeper.
And Bersano plays this one over to the far side. Kasipli in the middle of the field plays this one up to Herzog. Back to Kasipli, and we'll swing it out wide for Reno.
Reno 1868 FC starting the second half well, putting the Switchbacks under a lot of pressure. Herzog dropping deep to pick up the ball and link play in behind Brian Brown.
And this pass was deflected. Ishjom holding off the man who was bearing down on that ball and calmly plays it out to the near side. Throw-in coming here for Reno. They'll throw it into Zach Carroll. Carroll curling it far post. Rodriguez comes out to punch it, and it ends up going out, importantly, over the sideline, so it'll be just a throw-in for Reno.
And a loud early call from Rodriguez there before he came out, and as you said, punched with that right hand, getting that out for a throw-in right in front of the Phil Long corner. This ball will be worked back and now put back into the box. Nick Hunley, nice touch to clear this one out for the Switchbacks. See if they can hit Reno 1868 on the break, as we talked about to begin this second half, but that just snuffed out in the end by Emra Clemente, the young Montenegrin.
Now Reno will push it up the field. They have it just outside the box. Swung here to the near side. And now in the middle, played by Jamal Jack. Gets it up to Hunley, but then it's taken away, and now Hunley on the follow-through is going to clip the shin of Brent Richards, and that's at least going to be a free kick. And now
just a little bit overextended from Nick Hunley on the joint chiropractic free kick that's coming up. You see it just there, reaching for that ball, just catches the toe of Brent Richards, who goes down. We see the magic spray. That's not snow. That's referee's magic spray. It's a good opportunity here for Reno 1868. They've got their central defenders forward. A lot of height and experience in the box. Switchbacks FC trying to hold a high line in front of Rodriguez.
And here's Kasipli chipping it into the box, and this one gets over everyone. Of course, every time there's a free kick into the box or a corner kick, everyone throws up their hand, and it'll just result in a goal as we welcome you to Widener Field here in snowy Colorado Springs, Colorado. Ryan Kaufman alongside Roland Vargas as this one is played out.
Yeah, isn't VAR going to be fun in the Premier League next year with every single thing that we see from a dead ball situation, all the pulling and tugging and jerseys and stuff like that, as we get a good look at the 16-year-old Abraham Rodriguez. So calm and composed, kept the Switchbacks 0-0 scoreline with some good early saves in the second half, playing some 1-2s with Jamal Jack, and he'll clear his lines. Looking for Jordan Burt. The ball will eventually find its way to Mike Seth.
And Seth working his way up the field. Quiet in the first half. Gets it up to Hunley here on the near side. Matt Hunley looking to work his way in. Sidesteps the defender. Tries to split a double team. And it's taken away by Reno. Good aggressiveness there by the youngster. And now this one headed by Reno right to Jamal Jack. Jack with it. Swings it out to the far side over the head of Jordan Burt and out.
It was good early pressure from Jordan Burt to win that ball back. You see assistant coach, former Jamaican international Woldy Harris, up off the bench, giving some instruction to Jamal Jack after that pass. Just a little bit wayward, looking for Jordan Burt on the right wing, Switchbacks captain.
Fans, you can follow Switchbacks FC and the rest of the USL Championship all season long on ESPN Plus, home to the USL, MLS, UFC, and more. Join the over 2 million sports fans who have already discovered ESPN Plus and watch the championship live every week. Sign up today at ESPNplus.com. This one sent downfield by Jamal Jack, goes off of Mike Seth, taken by Reno.
Ball fired into the chest of Mike Seth. Not much he could do with that pass. Did a good job just to get himself on the end of it. And now Nick Hunley helping out the Switchbacks defense, dropping that ball off to Ronnie Argueta. So strong coming out of the midfield. We saw that with a barnstorming run in the first half, and he picks up another foul there. I'm very impressed with Ronnie Argueta so far this evening in that holding position alongside Jordan Schweitzer in the center of midfield for the Switchbacks FC.
Sergio Rivas just wouldn't let go of Ronnie. The referee gave him a couple opportunities to let go. He didn't, blew the whistle there. As play continues, Reno able to take it right back. They have it at midfield. They'll play this one up to Brown. Now tapped out and taken away by Jordan Schweitzer.
And Sergio Rivas, former Seattle University Redhawk star, been very quiet so far, playing a very deep position for Reno 1868 at times in this game. Switchbacks FC looking to work the right-hand side, and they do so now. Mike Seth just pulling off and looking for the shot from long distance, and he'll sting the hands of Bersano. Gives up a bit of a chunky rebound there, but no Switchbacks on hand. Nice job by Mike Seth firing that shot in with the left foot.
And now Reno will work their way up the field after that shot on target, but Bersano right there to make the save. Now Reno swings this one, top of the box, finds Brown. Good play there. And now sent out by Switchbacks FC.
Yeah, volleyballed out by Abe Rodriguez there. A bit unconventional from the young goalkeeper, but anything will do. Clearing his lines.
Now a cross sent in, and no play needed from Rodriguez there. Ball hanging up, stays in play. Reno keeps possession. Ish Joan bearing down, and this one will be tapped out. Reno will get a throw in here right near the flag stick on the near side. On that play was initially a great play made by Ibrahim Yarrow to soften that a little bit, allow Rodriguez to get his hands on it. And now Jordan Schweitzer saying he fell down on his own accord. Yes, Reno trying to get the call there. They don't. Meanwhile, Switchbacks FC back the other way. Malcolm trying to get up to Kwasi Dansu, and right in front is Bersano to pick that one up. He'll quickly roll it out.
Good strong defending from Emra Clemente just to see that one out, but a nice ball around the corner from Shane Malcolm. It was a good break forward from the Switchbacks FC. They might have some more success here through their captain, Jordan Burt.
And Burt with it. Plays this one back to Jordan Schweitzer. He'll reverse fields to Ish Joam. Not quite. That one played out by Reno, but it will be a throw-in for Switchbacks FC. About 10 minutes into the second half. Still no score. Of course, last year's meeting between these two teams in Colorado Springs resulted in a 0-0 draw.
It's a good idea from Jordan Schweitzer to try to switch that point of attack to Ish Joam on the left. Now the Switchbacks really plugging away there through Ronnie Argueta. Now Nick Hunley.
Now Hunley with it. Plays it up top here for Jordan Schweitzer in a little bit of trouble, but plays it up to Joam. Now Joam has Argueta breaking. He'll instead give it back to Hunley. Matt Hunley sidesteps the defender. Nice move. Takes a shot. That one was blocked out front. Reno with possession, and they'll calmly send it to midfield, but anything but in that last segment for Reno as things got a little bit dicey there, but the score remains 0-0 as Hunley will give this one right back to Argueta. Ronnie tries to send it to the far side for Shane Malcolm, headed back by Lacroix right into the arms of Matt Bersano.
Yeah, really smart play there from Duke Lacroix just to head that ball back blind to his goalkeeper, knowing he can pick that up. A great skill on a couple of occasions by Nick Hunley. Pulled off a filthy nutmeg in that second attacking series there for the Switchbacks FC. Good spell of play for the Switchbacks last couple minutes. Now Reno 1868 will come forward.
Brown taps this one out wide to the far side. Jordan Burt defending here as Reno tries to bring it in. Good defense there by Jordan Burt. The ball still in play. Reno still has it. Now they'll send it into the box. Out front, Rodriguez will let this one slide out as we take a look at the play we were just talking about, Roland. So much quality from Matt Hunley on the nutmegging a defender there. As we get back to live action here, Abe Rodriguez will place this ball. Now pick it up and place it again.
Yeah,
didn't like that side, so we'll bring it to this side.
Yeah, Nick Hunley full of confidence. Last couple minutes for the Switchbacks FC. It's been a very open game. Last couple minutes back and forth. Both teams giving as good as they're getting. Just unable to draw the other ones out, force the goalkeepers into anything too desperate. Abe Rodriguez obviously with a couple early saves in the second half. As Mike Seth looks to flick that one on toward Hunley.
And this one sent forward by Reno. Jamal Jack heads it in the air. Brown comes down with it. Now more conflict between Ronnie Argueta and Brown. As this ball goes out of play, it'll be a throw in here for Ish Jome. And as we take a look at our Jack Quinn's Irish Pub fan of the game, it's all of them. Anybody who comes to Widener Field in 30-degree temperatures 2.5 hours after the original start time deserves to be the Jack Quinn's Pub fans of the game. And now here he comes, Cesar Romero. Of course, we all remember what he did a couple of weeks ago here at this stadium, making his debut. 4 minutes later, scored the game winner against San Antonio. So look to have an equal impact on this match as Yarrow dribbles this one out. It'll be the first substitution of the game, by the way, for Switchbacks FC. Jordan Burt gives this back to Yarrow. Yarrow sends this one downfield. And on the other end is Romero. Romero with it in the box. Gets free, flicks it with the left foot. That one well wide of goal, and it'll end up going out on the near side for a Reno throw-in. So immediately, the youngster Romero trying to insert himself into the game as we take a look at this again.
Just leaning back a little bit as he shifts it onto his left foot. Not his favored shooting angle there. Just gets a little nudge as he lets that one go as well, and that ball flies well wide, but instant impact from Cesar Romero. Nice looking substitution from head coach Steve Tritcher, assistant coach Woldy Harris on the far side of the field for the Switchbacks FC.
I think Brown's going to get
card.
Yeah, Brown's going to get a foul here. Before that, let's tidy up some business. It will be Cesar Romero in for Kwasi Donsu. So Donsu, a very active first half, and now Romero will come into the match. And now we have that was our Gold's Gym substitution, and now we get to the yellow card on Brown. For Brian Brown, that will be his first of the season, so not normally a guy getting into the referee's book, but he'll get one here. So a yellow card issued in the 60th minute to Brian Brown.
Yeah, just some persistent fouling. We saw that one here on Ronnie Argueta. He was lucky not to pick up a card for going cleats down the back of Ronnie Argueta's Achilles tendon. As you said, our first Gold's Gym substitution of the game. Hashtag weight room here in Colorado Springs. And then our substitution as well, as we get confirmation there. Brian Brown picking up that yellow card. He's got to be careful. He's tried to lead the line and done a good job of that. Just can't throw himself around too much in this last half an hour here at Widener Field. He'll find himself in trouble as Jamal Jack's going to calmly track this one down and play it over to Ibrahim Yarrow.
Hanson Hot Springs yellow card there to Brian Brown. And now Reno gaining possession here as Switchbacks FC was trying to thread a ball through to Jordan Burt. Now sent across midfield. Played by Yarrow. Now up to Jome. And now taken away here by Reno. Reno trying to work their way up the field. They have a man streaking down the near side of the field. Finally, they'll get it to him, and then bounces hard off the foot of Brent Richards and out for a throw-in. Missed opportunity there for sure for Reno, because Richards was wide open down the near side, and he just got the ball too late here as Ish Jome will throw this one in. Fans get updates and alerts all year long by following your club on ESPN.com. Search for Switchbacks FC and then click the follow button to keep up with the latest news and scores. Plus, get reminders on Switchbacks FC's next match. Go to ESPN.com now and click follow for your club. Switchbacks FC across midfield. Shane Malcolm with it. Out wide. He can do some damage here in a one-on-one situation. Sends that one into the box, headed away by Reno. This will be out for a Switchbacks throw-in.
Yeah, nice break forward from Shane Malcolm right in front of the Switchbacks bench. So unlucky not to get his cross onto the end of a teammate. But he'll throw this one in, looking for the movement of Ronnie Argueta. I'll just allow Mike Seth to pop in behind.
And then back to Malcolm here. Picked up by Kasipli and now knocked out for a throw-in yet again. Shane Malcolm leading Jordan Schweitzer, gets it down to Mike Seth. Now Seth back out to the near side. Cesar Romero with it, takes a shot. That one was blocked by a Reno defender, and now Reno seems to gain full possession as they'll send it out to midfield. Now taken away Yarrow with it. Trying to play it to Romero, a little bit out of his reach, but Hundley picks it up. Hundley tips this one going to far post for Seth. That one sent back out by Reno. Now is Jome with it. Down to Romero. Cesar Romero one-on-one. Look at this guy go. Sends it into the box, and Bersano with a nice stop there to put an end to the sequence for Switchbacks FC.
Yeah, good hands from Bersano, not giving up the rebound. Good play from Cesar Romero. Mike Seth find himself in a more complimentary role with that substitution, bringing on Romero, so that's just dropped Seth a little bit in behind. But good feet here from Romero. Couple of step overs, then fires this ball across with his left foot, looking for a touch from a teammate, but good safe hands in the end from Bersano as Reno 1868 stretch forward.
And Jamal Jack heads out a would-be cross. Now at the top of the 18, shot and a score! Kasipli out of nowhere beats Rodriguez, and Reno takes the lead here as we cross in to the 64th minute for Kasipli on the year. That will be his second goal, and Abe Rodriguez cannot believe it.
I believe Abe Rodriguez might have been screened a little bit, way too much space for Kasipli, who goes on the rodeo there on the far side of the field, just able to take his time, take a couple of strides into this one here. As that ball headed out by Jamal Jack, falls to his feet. He's got all kinds of time, picks his spot. Rodriguez definitely screened, couldn't see that ball coming through the forest of defenders, and a nice finish from Kasipli. 1-0, Reno 1868 FC lead. Joy tonight at the Great Basin Brewery in Sparks, Nevada.
Again, the second goal of the season for Seth Kasipli. And Reno, their first goal against the Switchbacks in over a year. Did not score a single goal in the two matchups against Switchbacks FC last year. So a little bit more on that celebration, I'm sure, for Reno, as this one is pounded into the snowbank. And it will be a corner kick here for Switchbacks FC, so a chance for them to potentially answer right back. It will be accelerated wealth corner kick for Ish Jome. Jome getting just barely enough space with the wall of snow behind him. And now Jome sends this one in. It was headed by Switchbacks FC. Now Reno up in the air. Someone went for a bicycle kick, and that caused a collision in the box, and now the referee stops play, and it's Brown that's down on the field. And I think Romero was the one trying to go all Wayne Rooney with that bicycle kick. Let's take a look at it again here as Jome sent in a brilliant cross there, and then,
as you said, punched off the back of the head of Jordan Burt. Mike Seth keeps it in play, and then Romero goes for the spectacular, gets way off the ground, and then takes a nice chunk of the face as well.
That was Lacroix, not Brown, that got clipped there by Romero.
Yeah, brave defending by Duke Lacroix. You see the training staff on there checking him. Certainly got the boot to the face as we see our Arthur Centura nod to the dock. Unlucky for Lacroix, former Penn Quaker, played with the Indy 11, then OC, and then made his way now to Reno. Ivy League product at Penn. Looks like he's going to be okay. That was a nasty one there. Cesar Romero, certainly nothing he could do about that. Eyes for the ball, looking for that one. Got himself well off the ground, looking for that bicycle kick, trying to turn that toward goal. And very brave defending by Lacroix, sticking his face into the danger zone. And I think we're going to see a yellow card perhaps from our referee, Miguel Urbina Barrios.
As Lacroix is helped to his feet, Barrios scribbling furiously, and it will be a Hanson Hot Springs yellow card issued to Cesar Romero. And for the youngster, it'll be his first yellow card of the season in about 100 minutes played for Switchbacks FC. As you said, Roland was trying to kick the ball, but that kind of vicious contact, foot to the head, not much that Miguel Urbina Barrios could do other than to put him in the book.
Yeah, and he's so high off the ground as well. Obviously, Lacroix ducked down into the challenge, but Cesar Romero certainly got himself up high there. His foot was high in a dangerous position right in front of goal. It was a good job by Mike Seth to keep that chance alive for the Switchbacks FC off that second chance corner kick after Bersano had punched the ball into the back of Jordan Burt's head. Unlucky for the Switchbacks, trying to come right back and answer with a goal of their own after that fabulous strike that has given Reno 1868 FC their lead, as we see here. Cesar Romero going all Spider-Man on us at Widener Field with this climb into the air and taking a piece of Lacroix right there. Nasty one for number 11. Looks like he's going to be okay, though, asking his way back on. We'll see. There is some activity on the bench of Reno 1868 and head coach Ian Russell.
It does look like Lacroix is going to stay in, well, maybe. Threw it in. Now it's being given right back to him. That's just because he was in the wrong spot. So Lacroix will remain in the contest.
I think he might need a new shirt. The training staff on the far side of the field's got a new shirt out for him, so there might be some blood on his shirt after getting that face and shin.
As Lacroix has it on the far side. The Shandy Clinic is exceptional therapy for exceptional children. Welcome aboard as a fine partner of the Switchbacks, the Shandy Clinic.
Yeah, sponsored our halftime show. And now a Phil Long corner kick on the far side of the field for Reno 1868 FC. And it'll be whipped in by our goal scorer.
Exactly what I was going to say is Kasipli sends it in, headed away by Yarrow. And now Reno will track this one down. Headed over to Kasipli. Now Hunley able to take it away, and Kasipli, almost with a horse collar tackle, just yanks down Hunley right in front of the Reno bench.
Yeah, personal foul on the far side of the field, as it were. Jordan Burke going to fish that one out of the snowbank. Native of Elkhart, Indiana. I know Stan's watching back home, his dad. Nice little spin move there, and there's the tackle, as you said, hand on the shoulder, brings him down. And the slide right at the end as well as that ball pumped forward, looking once again for that flick onto Mike Seth. He's done a good job of that tonight. Just hasn't been able to get too many teammates forward to support him. Now he's got Cesar Romero and Shane Malcolm all interchanging positions in that forward three right now for the Switchbacks FC as they go searching for this equalizing goal here at Widener Field.
Obviously being down 1-0 in the second half is not an ideal position, but with the Switchbacks and the way they came back against the defending USL Western Conference champions in Phoenix, if a one-goal deficit does not feel insurmountable for Switchbacks FC, and there is still about 20 minutes left in this one, but Switchbacks FC needs to start getting more going forward here. The field is tilted Reno's way as they'll play it over to Brown. Picked up by Yarrow. Brown fires and Rodriguez knocks it down. Rodriguez quickly running out. Tries to play this one up. Wants to keep the tempo up for Switchbacks FC. And now Argueta plays this one out wide to Jordan Burt. Burt in the middle of the field. Taps in. It's taken away. Good read there by Reno. They'll play it down to Brown. We'll wait for reinforcements. Now he gets the ball taken away. Slow to get up off the grass, but the referee not giving Brown a call there. Ronnie Argueta with it on the far side. Cesar Romero in front of our broadcast position with both hands up, wanting the ball. Did not get it. Now Hunley just out of his reach. Reno with the slide. Plays this one forward, but it will be a whistle. And Switchbacks FC will have it.
Yeah.
Who's up? Who's down? Where does your club sit? Find out every Monday in the official USL Championship Power Rankings, only on USLChampionship.com. Kasipli sends this one forward for Reno, taken away by Colorado Springs, and now Yarrow taps it over to the far side. See if Switchbacks FC can get something going here as Mike Seth, with a couple of defenders around him, loses the ball. Not a great clearance there by Reno. Hunley has it. His shot was blocked. Shane Malcolm goes to get it. Now Malcolm will play this one out wide. Jordan Burt comes up to get it. Burt trying to turn the corner around his defender. Can't do it, so instead feed it back to Argueta. Ronnie Argueta back to Jordan Burt. Jordan Schweitzer, Shane Malcolm, a quick touch, nobody home, and Reno will send this one downfield. Now Jamal Jack gets it on his feet. Played out wide to Burt. Burt down to Argueta, and now a foul is going to be called on Kasipli as he was running by, clipped Ronnie Argueta. Ronnie making sure that the referee noticed what happened, and he will draw a whistle. And it will be a free kick coming up for Switchbacks FC, the far side of the field. Both Matt Hunley and Ish Jones standing over it. Your left-footed set piece taker and your right footer, they always like to discuss which one would be best suited to take it. Also, not allow the opposing team to decide what they're going to do. Jones sends it in, headed by Reno, still in play here. Ball still loose in the box, rolls out to the near side. Switchbacks FC has it. Now Schweitzer with the left foot. Coming off the toe side of his left foot and spins out. And we'll have the first substitution of the match for Reno 1868 FC. It will be Aiden Apodaca coming into the contest. Corey Herzog will come out, and for Apodaca, no goals, no assists in 134 minutes played. Apodaca for Herzog in the 74th minute. Our Gold's Gym substitution.
Yeah, great to see the Western Athletic Conference represented a little bit more with Reno 1868 FC. Aiden Apodaca, star at Cal Baptist. He was a Lancer, played with the Bethlehem Steel before making his way to Reno 1868. He's a player that head coach Ian Russell talked up quite a lot in his pre-match notes. And he's going to make his way in, as you said, for Herzog, who did a good job. It was a delightful ball around the corner from Herzog just a few minutes ago to find Brown, but Brown wasn't able to test the switchbacks with his chance. And now they'll just put some fresh legs into this one.
Bersano sends this one to the near side, headed by Ish Jome, a little bit forward and rolls out of play. Throwing coming here for Reno, and taking it will be Brent Richards. Richards throws it forward, headed by Jack. Now by Seth, now by Richards. Now played forward by Apodaca. Now Richards again with the header. To the near side here as Reno tries to now break out. They'll play this one over to Brown. Brown, defended by Jamal Jack, gets it down to Apodaca. Now out to the top of the 18. This is where Reno scored the game's only goal. Switchbacks FC got to be weary of a shot here. Brown with the left foot. That one nowhere close, and it will be a goal kick for the home side.
Yeah, definitely some hearts and mouths there when Kasipli picked up that ball right in the position that he fired Reno 1868 into the lead. Greater Nevada Field will be the site of our next game in this series. Got to wait till it hopefully warms up a little bit in this country. On the 27th of July, Greater Nevada Field in the biggest little city in the world, Reno, Nevada.
And another shot in, and again, the defensive breakdown here for Switchbacks FC leads to a great look by Sam Gleedle, and he just put a little bit too much air underneath it, so we remain with a 1-0 lead for Reno. And now once again they're building back up the attack. Jamal Jack, though, puts an end to it as they'll send that one out of play, and we'll take a look at that shot by Gleedle.
Yeah, definitely put a lot behind this one, going for that postage stamp finish. Whistles just wide of Abe Rodriguez's post. Nothing the goalkeeper could have done about that one if it was on target. That ball was absolutely singed toward goal there by Reno 1868 FC. They've really got their tails up, playing with a lot of confidence after getting that goal just a few minutes ago. Switchbacks 15 minutes and some change to get on the board here at Widener Field. Need to use their legs, use the altitude and the conditions to their benefit here. Reno 1868 obviously made a couple substitutions. That one of Apodaca has paid off so far. He's looked lively up front for Reno 1868.
Here's Gleedle working on Ish Jome. Tries to send it in with the right foot. Good save made by Abe Rodriguez. He'll run it out and roll up to Ronnie Argueta.
Ronnie's been very impressive tonight, driving the midfield forward for the Switchbacks FC. Here he is again playing a little 1-2 with Nick Hunley, getting Hunley some space. And that pass just looking a little bit ragged there, and Jamal Jack will come clean up for the Switchbacks FC as Reno 1868 will get into two banks of four in behind the ball here. Try to thwart whatever the Switchbacks had, but at them, Ish Jome going to bring the ball up on the left-hand side.
Ronnie Argueta pushing this one forward. Gives it up to Ish Jome. Cross in, sent out by Kasipli. Now this one forward for Apodaca, just out of his reach. Schweitzer may have stalled him just a little bit. Jamal Jack with it in the midfield circle. Dribbling back, facing pressure by Apodaca. Those fresh legs certainly doing him a lot of good here as Rodriguez plays this one up to Jordan Schweitzer. Now Schweitzer, long ball sent to the far side, headed by Jordan Burt. Switchbacks FC finding it very difficult all match long to break down Reno. It's going to be even tougher here in the last dozen minutes as Reno able to take it away.
Yeah, with Cesar Romero looking to break forward. Switchbacks getting a little bit stretched defensively now as they're throwing numbers forward, as you said, looking for this equalizer. Schweitzer and Argueta are now really pushing up from that center midfield position. We'll see Alex Milano, a player who certainly has his shooting boots on all the time. Born with shooting boots on was Alex Milano, and he'll replace Ibrahim Yarrow. That'll be a bit of a rejig defensively for the Switchbacks FC, bringing off a center back to bring on our Gold Shim substitution in Alex Milano. And he's just going to explain the change here. Maybe the Switchbacks will go to 3 at the back. I think that might be what he's mentioning now. As Jordan Burt will drop into center back position, I think, alongside Jamal Jack. The Switchbacks will look to push numbers forward as much as they can, get Alex Milano on the ball, see if he can create some magic.
Now Glito, he'll try a shot again, and that one very fortunate not to end up in the back of the net for Switchbacks FC. That would have been a long distance dagger there as we take another look at it. Reno emboldened by the Kasipli goal. Now they're letting it rip from every angle.
Yeah, that ball was dipping and butterflying and swerving all over the place, ended up nestling in amongst the trailheads and behind the goal of Abraham Rodriguez. He'll get a chance to clear this one out. Does a good job there. That'll find Ronnie Argueta. Just flicks that ball on toward Mike Seth. And then Ronnie Argueta picks up the scraps before passing off to Alex Milano, who's going to break forward. It's going to be important to get this man Milano on the ball.
Milano, one of the many new additions to this Switchbacks FC side, gives it to Hundley. He'll strike with the left foot. Milano gave it to him with the intention that he would receive the pass back, and Hundley decided to pull the trigger himself, and this one goes out of play.
Yeah, the top game this evening, Fresno FC, Tulsa Roughnecks. We talked about the Tulsa Roughnecks vaulting up the Western Conference table. They've been on fire. They've got players really doing a good job there in Tulsa. And Fresno FC, Ronnie Argueta's old club.
And we thought we were going to be home
and dry
and
watching the Nuggets.
That match, but
yeah.
Instead it's running alongside us right now as Argueta plays this one over. Jordan Schweitzer with it. Back up to Argueta. Who's going to be the hero for Switchbacks FC? About less than 10 minutes to go in this one. Good tackle there made by Reno. They'll start back up the other way with a big head of steam forward. And now Apodaca with it. And a great tackle there. Good job by Jordan Schweitzer. Reno still gets it back, though. Gleedle plays it back here to Rivas.
Yeah, it was a really good job by Jordan Schweitzer just breaking up that attack. But Reno 1868 just going to hold on to the ball, play a little possession game now, force the Switchbacks out. Nice closing down by Cesar Romero. And that ball fall to Shane Malcolm with a really nice touch. Switchbacks have got some numbers forward here, so look to build with Alex Milano.
Milano with it. With Rivas on him. Milano reversing directions one way and then the other. Now Hundley over to Romero. Cesar Romero steps aside from his defender. He's looking to take a shot. He'll shoot one, and it off the hop is played by Bersano as he read it the whole way.
Yeah, difficult for the goalkeeper, and it takes that little bounce, especially when it skips on this kind of wet, heavy surface, snow-laden surface here. Nice job by Cesar Romero just to get the shooting angle. And good job by Bersano getting his body behind that and collecting that ball, not giving up the rebound. There were some Switchbacks crashing the front of the goal there in case he did give up a bit of a rebound. But yeah, as you said, with that game of the week, we thought we were going to be home, have the picture-in-picture going, half Nuggets, half USL action on ESPN+. But nothing doing so far with this game being pushed back, going right up against Tulsa and Fresno. right now. A lot of places to be had. You talked about how congested it is in the Western Conference. 3 points can vault you up 4 or 5 positions in the USL Championship Western Conference. This throw-in going to go in right in front of the Z-Trip corner.
Now Reno with these 3 points would vault to at least the second highest point total. 4 teams at the top of the table entering play today with 10 points. Reno coming in with 6, but this would be a massive, massive victory for them. As we take a look at some of the stats here, things have evened out a little bit in terms of that possession, but shots still favoring Switchbacks FC. Also, Abe Rodriguez, despite conceding the 1 goal, has pretty much outplayed Bersano, has the 4 saves to Bersano's 2, but which goalkeeper is outplaying the other is really determined by the final score, and right now Bersano's on the right end of it.
Yeah, and so unlucky for Abe Rodriguez. I don't think he saw much of that shot before it nestled in the back of the net. Not to take away anything from Kasipli's shot, he really struck it well, but Abe Rodriguez had a number of players right in front of him screening his vision there. You saw how late he reacted, and he's done a great job tonight when he's been called upon. Really kept the Switchbacks in this game both early in the first half and early in the second half, making some top saves.
Now Reno working it in no real hurry. They'll be patient here and send it back across midfield.
One of the best compliments I think you can pay a player like Abe Rodriguez is you really do forget the fact that he's 16 years old. You talked about how he marshals that defense. He's barking out, he's talking, he's moving players around, and obviously the saves that he makes as Alex Milano gets a little bit chippy there. Referee right on top of it once again. He's done a good job. It was Brent Richards and Alex Milano exchanging some pleasantries right at the halfway line. But once again, our referee, Miguel Urbina Barrios, right on top of things, calming things down. No cards needed to be produced.
Jack will swing this one out to the far side for Shane Malcolm. Now Jordan Burt has it. Burt plays it back to Shane Malcolm. Malcolm pushes this one forward. Malcolm sends this one into the box.
Maybe Ronnie Argueta.
And goes down to the turf at the same time. Was looking for Mike Seth, streaking down the near side of the field. And now Bersano sends this one downfield, headed by Jamal Jack. Now Jordan Schweitzer chips it forward, headed away by Reno. Now they have some space out on the far side. Chipped here to the near side, headed away by Ish Jome, now played by Ronnie Argueta. Now out wide to Jordan Burt. Burt looking up the field, plays it through. And trying to turn on his man was Mike Seth. Gets stepped on. Now we'll draw a whistle. Switchbacks will try for the quick restart here. Alex Milano will place this ball. 4 minutes left, pending the announcement of some additional time. Next best chance to bring this game level. Alex Milano will take it. Milano sends this one forward, headed away by Reno. He's looking for Jordan Burt on the near side. Couldn't quite get it to him. Ball ends up out of play on the near side. Now out to midfield for Argueta. Over to Jamal Jack. Everybody forward here for Switchbacks FC. Jordan Burt over to Shane Malcolm, and Malcolm did the smart thing initially to let his defender go by him, but then by then the ball had already passed him as well, and it'll go out for a Reno throw in here.
Yeah, it was a really nice ball in from that set piece from Alex Milano, the second half substitute, looking, as you said, far post for that leap at Jordan Burt. Switchbacks really starting to sell out now. Flood numbers forward, desperate for this equalizing goal here at Widener Field on a chilly, frozen, snowy night in Colorado Springs.
Ball knocked out. This one will go off of Ronnie Argueta as we take a look at our critical moment of the match. And what else? Kasipli's goal.
Yeah, Penrose St. Francis critical moment of the match. Nothing that Abe Rodriguez could do about it as we get back to live time. It was take nothing away from the strike. Kasipli had so much time. Was able to settle that ball onto his favored right foot, pick his spot, and hit it past the screened Abe Rodriguez. Reno 1868 still maintaining that 1-0 lead on a Penrose St. Francis critical moment of the match.
And it's coming down to the critical moments here for Switchbacks FC. Coming up on the 88th minute here as The ball is played to the near side for Hunley. Fights through some contact to get to Romero. Romero gets away from his defender, looking to link up. Sends this one far post, headed away by Reno. Now Milano comes down with it. He fires. That one's blocked. Another shot and a save by Bersano.
That's such a good save from the Reno 1868 starting goalkeeper tonight. That ball fired point blank from the Guam International Shane Malcolm, and Bersano claws that one out. Looked like it was almost a little bit behind him when he made that save. Goes into Mike Seth.
And then here's Romero on the doorstep. Romero goes down. He wanted the whistle to get a penalty, and then Reno wanted to get Romero for diving, and neither team will be happy as we take a look at the save by Bersano.
Stunning strike there, and Bersano calling out to his defenders and chastising them before
like
he even made the save.
Isn't it?
Yep.
Just like a goalkeeper. Never satisfied with an amazing save. They're just upset with their defenders that they let it happen. As you take a look at Cesar Romero there. So Bersano will take a deep cleansing breath, and he'll send it downfield as once again we take a look at our Penrose St. Francis critical moment of the game, and top shelf in more ways than one by Seth Kasipli. And now back to live action as Romero runs this one down. Romero with it in the corner, plays it to the middle. Malcolm with the shot, blocked, still out front, and this one, a whistle will stop the play. Shane Malcolm is down. Multiple players are down. Everybody's falling down on the field.
So
as we take a look at it again, Roland.
So unlucky for Shane Malcolm. That strike looked like it was headed goalwards. They won another handball. The Switchbacks, they have a good case for it there.
Ooh.
And then Shane Malcolm just redirects the ball with his left foot there, looking for that far corner. So we get a great look at the Guam International there. Shane Malcolm, so unlucky not to get the Switchbacks that equalizer. They're putting Bersano under a lot of pressure as we tick into 5 minutes of tick-tock stoppage time.
Yeah, I suppose that's the good news. The bad news is Shane Malcolm's shot went just wide. Good news is the big momentum is on the Switchback side. So if they can use this 5 minutes to really put pressure on Bersano, they may find a way to pull the proverbial rabbit out of a hat. But first things first, Reno's going to be able to burn some time here as they'll trot into the corner of the field. Kasipli places this one.
Z-trip corner kick, taking all the time they can. Reno 1868, they'll just keep this one in the corner, wind down that clock.
And Kasipli gets this one out, kept in play by Richards. Now he'll dribble away from a defender up to Kasipli. Taps it forward. Guido on the other end of it. Guido trying to keep it in play on the sideline, taken away by Alex Milano. Good job there. Milano sends it downfield. Romero is back, but unfortunately this one will be out of his reach. This one will get to Bersano. Bersano plays it up to Will Seymour. Seymour plays it out wide. Now Brown with it. He'll dribble around Jordan Burt. Takes a shot, and that one into the side of the goal there. Great sequence by Brown. Can't get the one to finish off Switchbacks FC, and the home side still with life. About 3 minutes left in our TikTok shop stoppage time. Switchbacks FC in the midfield circle. Ronnie Argueta plays it out wide. Mike Seth has it. So many playmakers on the field for Switchbacks FC. Can one of them make the play and save this game? Mike Seth tries to send it in. That one was blocked. Seth dribbles out. Now another pass was stopped by a Reno player. Now Milano takes possession in the middle of the field. Milano dribbles to his left. Got it taken away by Reno. Good play there by Apodaca. Now this one sent out wide to Brown. Brown one-on-one with Jamal Jack. Has some reinforcements. Jordan Schweitzer coming back into the picture. Jamal Jack able to tap it away. Now Brown gets it right back out on the wing. And now to the middle of the field. This one led for Brown. Tries to chip it in, and he does.
Yeah, game over there. Reno 1868. Brown, what can Brown do for you? He gets in behind and he scores Reno 1868-2, Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC nothing. That's where he's so dangerous. Just cannot let a man of that kind of quality get in behind you there. Takes his finish so well, Brian Brown. That's his 5th goal in the USL Championship this season. Nice little 1-2. They had so much space, ball slid through, and he's just going to poke that one past a flying Switchbacks FC. Nothing that Abe Rodriguez could do there. Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC going to fall to the 2-0 loss to Reno 1868. It really handled the conditions well. That was a real poacher's goal there, taking that one against the run of play as the Switchbacks are pushing forward, looking for that equalizing goal. Reno 1868 just picking them off on the counterattack. Brian Brown with his 5th goal in the USL Championship.
Yeah, came into the match 3rd in the USL in goals. Gets another one, and now Hunley back the other way for Switchbacks FC, taken by Reno. And if this score holds, back-to-back 2-0 losses for Switchbacks FC. They've done so much from the offseason coming into the year to bring more quality up top, more goal scorers. This affiliation agreement with the Colorado Rapids have brought them Matt Hunley, somebody with a lot of quality in terms of scoring goals. Led UCLA last year in every major statistical category, but just doesn't seem like it's all gelling for Switchbacks FC so far this season in terms of scoring goals.
Yeah, it's difficult when you have, as you talked about, it's great for the Colorado Rapids to have that, and the Switchbacks to have that partnership, but it's difficult when you have sometimes those changing faces. You don't know exactly who you're going to see on a weekly basis. You talked about Hunley. He's done a good job. Abe Rodriguez in net, he's been fantastic as well. But just difficult for the Switchbacks to break down Reno 1868, but a lot of credit has to go to the visitors as well. They've played well. They had a good performance from Persano, and they took their chances when they had them, something that the Switchbacks just weren't able to do. But it'll come for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. Good news for them is they're creating chances and they're putting things on opponents' net. They just haven't gotten them to fall just yet.
And coming into play tonight, Reno with just 1 win on the season, and it's been because they've given up their fair share of goals. So this is a welcome sight for Ian Russell's side, able to hold a team with the kind of quality that we mentioned the Switchbacks have scoreless, at least for the moment. There's going to be a few additional seconds here as we had a Gold's Gym substitution into the match as Jordan Schweitzer tried to thread the needle, and it's sent downfield by Reno. Apodaca will take control, dribble it out, and that will do it. Reno 1868 FC. It's still early, but I think you will look back at the end of the year and say this was a big victory for Reno coming into Colorado Springs, facing a team that they didn't score a single goal against last year. And they get 2 tonight. As we take a look at our Better Business Bureau man of the match, it was Ronnie Argueta, very active in that midfield, tried to find some offense, but could not tonight. But a well-played game by Ronnie Argueta, but it will end in a 2-0 defeat. So we'll see what Reno is able to do with this win to build on it. Their 2nd win of the season. They will move up to 9 points. Switchbacks FC, their only home match of April. They'll get no points out of it, and now they'll head back out on the road for a couple of weeks. Certainly a missed opportunity for Switchbacks FC. We'll be back to wrap it all up next.
When a storm for the record books moved through Colorado, we didn't waste time telling you, we're going to be in storm mode, we're going to be in a breaking weather alert. Instead of flash and gimmicks, we focused on the impacts. Who's going to get rain? Who's going to get snow? Where the wind would be strongest and how strong it would be when travel would become dangerous and life-threatening. If you want a level-headed approach that lets you and your loved ones know what to expect in a way that respects your time and intelligence, the Fox 21 Storm Team's got you covered.
Join the Military Basketball Association and the Pikes Peak chapter of the Association of the United States Army for the NBA Championship Finals Tournament, held at the Air Force Academy's Clune Arena, April 12th through the 14th. The finals are free and open to the public all weekend. Just enter the Academy at the North Gate from I-25. Plus, while there, check out the shooting and dunking contests, former Denver Nuggets players, cheerleading routines, sponsor exhibits, and more. Cheer on the best from all branches of the military. For event and game schedules for the weekend, go to fox21news.com.
Paradise Hotel has reopened for business. And this May, new sexy singles are checking in. Some play for love. Some play dirty. But everyone plays to win. Hook up or check out. It's hotel policy. Paradise Hotel, hosted by Kristen Cavallari, premieres May 9th on Fox.
Join the Military Basketball Association and the Pikes Peak chapter of the Association of the United States Army for the NBA Championship Finals Tournament, held at the Air Force Academy's Clune Arena, April 12th through the 14th. The finals are free and open to the public all weekend. Just enter the Academy at the North Gate from I-25. Plus, while there, check out the shooting and dunking contests, former Denver Nuggets players, cheerleading routines, sponsor exhibits, and more. Cheer on the best from all branches of the military. For event and game schedules for the weekend, go to fox21news.com.
We welcome you back to Widener Field, where the Switchbacks on the wrong end of a 2-0 scoreline as Reno 1868 FC comes into Colorado Springs and takes a massive 3 points here from the home side, as Roland will take a look at some of the highlights here, and they were the highest of highlights for Reno. Started off the scoring in the second half, Seth Kasipley getting the goal scoring started.
Yeah, such a cool, calm, and composed finish. Not much that Abe Rodriguez could do in net for the Switchbacks FC. He was screened, and then this one here from Brian Brown. Such a dangerous player. We talked about the quality that he possesses, just how lethal he is. If he's able to get in behind you, he was able to do just that and fire Reno's second goal, Reno 1868's second goal of the match in.
Yeah, his fifth goal of the season, which will continue to have him in the top 5 of the USL in scoring. So it's 2-0 on the score line. Let's take a look at some of the other statistics and everything else. I mean, shots on target obviously favoring Reno, but Roland, you mentioned at halftime, the Switchbacks may have the most possession in this game, but it doesn't mean anything if they don't get that top line to go their way.
Yeah, they just have to capitalize on their chances. The good news is, I know it sounds like we're beating a dead horse here, but they're creating chances. They're getting their shots away. They're just not able to get them on target. They weren't able to work Bersano enough and obviously find the back of the net, but it will come for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. You talked about how they're gelling and all the new faces that they have, so they'll keep working at it. We know they'll work hard. They're one of the hardest working teams in the league, and they will get these goals going forward.
Well, Switchbacks FC will hopefully get it going next week against Portland. For Roland Vargas and our outstanding crew, I'm Ryan Kaufman. Good night from Widener Field, where Reno wins it 2-0.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.